First of all, how are you feeling after pulling out of Acapulco through illness a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better. Came home, had to take a few days off. I guess it was a bit unlucky. Really wanted to play that semifinal. I was playing well throughout the tournament, but there's never an easy way to have to withdraw. But I came home, got better, started training for this tournament.
And obviously 2 titles here. Indian Wells must hold some special memories for you.
Yeah, it does. I have a lot of great memories. I came here as a young girl, getting a wild card into the main draw. I've been playing this tournament for so many years. I almost feel like a local. I have a home in Southern California. I've been training there last week, just kind of getting ready for here, and have a lot of friends that come and watch me as well. So it always feels really nice to come down here.
And it has a very sort of unique playing style, doesn't it? This sort of desert air we have here. If you could just explain for us what that sort of sensation feels like out here and why it's so different to other tournaments.
Yeah, it's interesting. It feels quite relaxed. Everything is spread out. You have so many great stadiums that keep building and building with every year. It's quite extraordinary, how far the tournaments come in just a few years, especially since I was a young girl. That's always great for the tennis. I think from a fan's perspective, it's always nice to be able to see us practice, to see us interact with them, do these types of events, and also play some tennis.
And obviously the desert air we have here gives a sort of very unique kind of playing style. Just describe for us what that feels like with this thin air here in terms of the playing style.
Yeah, it's quite dry, warm air. I mean, the sun is usually quite strong. It's nice to have a shady day out for this interview today, but most of the time the sun is quite direct, and I think it was above the 90s yesterday, so I think it's great to have that preparation coming into this tournament, knowing what to expect. There's going to be some hot ones, but I think we all know that's coming.
And do you feel that sort of thin air with the way the ball moves through the air, does that suit some players better than others?
Yeah, well, look, I think you have to be a little bit ready for the ball to jump. Most of the players have played here every year. The ball kind of goes through the air much faster, jumps a little bit higher than maybe the other events, so you have to be ready for it.
And before Acapulco, obviously you won in Brisbane, got to the final in Melbourne. How do you feel personally about your game here in 2015?
Well, I think it was a good start to the year. I think throughout the Australian Open, I think I started playing much better, raising my game as the tournament went on. It's been a few weeks. I also got to play Fed Cup this year, which was a nice addition to my schedule. And different experiences. I've never played Acapulco before, never been to Poland, so it's nice to come back to a familiar place here in Indian Wells.
And looking at the draw slightly, a bit of a tricky one there with Victoria Azarenka possibly awaiting in the third round.
Right.
I mean, how do you feel she's playing now? Do you feel there are signs that she's getting back to her best?
Well, absolutely. I think you know that the experience from someone that is a Grand Slam champion, going through injury is never easy, but she's been back for a while now. She had a few comebacks last year. She's played already good tennis this year. You have to expect a tough match from her. But anyone that's in the draw, I guess you got to be ready from the first match on. That's kind of how I've looked at things since I was young.
And I'm sure you've already been told, but obviously with no female players ever won this tournament 3 times, which you or Serena could potentially do this week. I mean, do records like that provide you with extra motivation, or is it just business as usual?
I think once maybe we finish the tournament or finish the match, and then you get recognized for a stat or some sort of achievement within that event, you're kind of, oh wow, that's an added bonus. But I think in the moment you're not really focusing on that too much.